Hi there, I'm Fox 6 Chief Meteorologist J.P. Dice.
And Wes Wyatt. Some interesting weather going on. We're talking about, who would have thought you got to go south to see snow?
I know, and right now the forecast models are really pegging areas to our south and to our east as likely places where we'll see some accumulation. Traveling, Carolinas, parts of South Georgia, I would say Macon southward, and then South Alabama, all the way into the Florida Panhandle. There are winter storm watches in effect for the Panhandle of Florida.
I can testify to that. I drove into Baton Rouge, and we encountered, the roads were fine at the time we were traveling, but a little bit of freezing rain will be possible along Interstate 10. That's going to be the kind of the corridor where it could get really rough.
Where that transition will be, where you start to see what we call kind of the pink on the radar, where it's that mixed precipitation, that icy precipitation that you sometimes see with the temperatures below freezing. Let's go ahead and get to the map, show you what's happening. Gorgeous day out there today. That's a check of the radar out of Shelby County this afternoon. Nothing on it, but look at all that moisture down to the south. That is just rain right now, but what we're going to be looking at tomorrow is the combination of moisture and rain and cold temperatures. Look at these overnight lows. This is what we're in for tonight. 12 for Hamilton, 20 in Tuscaloosa, 17 Birmingham, and 21 degrees in Talladega. So it is going to be cold out there. And those forecast models, there's our first stop. Tonight at 11 o'clock, temperatures in the mid-20s, 1:30 in the morning, still mid-20s, cloudy skies. And then as we head into early tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to cloudy skies. But look at that. As we get into the mid-morning and early afternoon, a little bit of snow starts to set up.
Yeah, it starts to set up south of us, and I mentioned this on the blog. We promised the magnetic poles have not reversed. It's more of a that where you get that delicate combination of moisture and cold air. And so far, and we've been watching this over the weekend. We're seeing some agreement that the main accumulation will be south of us.
Yeah, this is a high-resolution model, one of the higher-res models that we use here at the TV station. And I think probably tomorrow morning, 8, 9 o'clock, you will see some flurries and maybe even some light snow area-wide. So if you're watching in Coleman or Tuscaloosa, Jasper, or Birmingham, you will see some snowfall. But that accumulating snow will really set up to the south of us. Watch this. We'll just kind of take you through several models here as we... There's the next one. This is the snowfall accumulation, and let that run through, and you can see those are pretty modest.
Now, and you mentioned flurries, maybe a few snow showers around here tomorrow. We have noticed a trend since about 7 o'clock this morning. Some of these higher resolution models coming in showing just maybe a little strip of light snow shower activity right there along Interstate 59 to I-20, but the ground is so cold. Mm-hmm. It's been so cold. If we get just a quick burst of snow, we could have a dusting in no time.
Yeah.
So that's what's, if you're looking forward to seeing a few flakes tomorrow, certainly I don't think a setup that's going to cripple the road situation out there, but we're talking about maybe, I guess, a dusting around here possible?
Oh, absolutely. And I think areas south of I-20 will likely end up with seeing a little bit in the grassy areas or even on some of the roadways. Just to keep that straight, that's a 0.1. That's a tenth of an inch that the model's actually squeezing out for the Fox 6 viewing area. Farther to the south, that's a little bit different story. Let's show you the RPM model here. This is the Rapid Precision Mesoscale model, and this is by 5 o'clock tomorrow. We do have about an inch of snowfall that is accumulated in the Montgomery area. Prattville, Montgomery, even in our viewing area, Coosa, Chilton, Tallapoosa counties, likely to see some snowfall. And if you're driving I-65 southward tomorrow, I can guarantee that you are going to see some snow, especially as you get south of Clinton.
From about Grove Hill, Jackson, Alabama, over in Clark County to Auburn and point south, there's going to be a band in there. I guess we could call it the sweet spot for the snow. It's probably going to set up right there in southwest to northeast. And look at South Carolina there, 4 inches of snow.
Yeah, that was the RPM model. Now we're going to go to one of the government models. This is the NAM, North American model, and just kind of it's really holding true, same sort of deal around the Birmingham area,
Wow.
about 1/10 of an inch, but it goes crazy with Montgomery.
Look at that.
Has 3 to 4 inches of snowfall. I think that's probably on the extreme. For folks in the Montgomery area, if you're watching this, of course, watch our sister station, Channel 12 WSFA, with Rich Thomas down there. He's going to be covering that with the rest of his crew. But Montgomery, probably 2 to 3 inches of snow out of this setup. Atlanta metro area, south of Atlanta, south of the Loop there, 1.6 inches of snowfall. But you get into South Carolina and North Carolina, one of the more significant snowfalls they have seen in a long time. NAM model, let's go ahead and show you one of the others that we look at here. The European is being a lot more aggressive. It has over 1 inch of snowfall in the Birmingham area and 3 for Atlanta, and a lot over there in the Carolinas. But keep in mind, you know, this is one of the outliers. I don't necessarily think this is going to hold true. The true story is
Yeah.
going to be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, at least for us, we're seeing that 1 inch in Birmingham, maybe overplaying that just a little bit. Further south, though, certainly some accumulation. Montgomery Point southward, you see that consistency again in the models, and with temperatures staying in the 20s all day tomorrow, this is not going to be a setup where we get winter precip. If you were planning on travel in that direction, it's going to be rough out there. It's going to drop below freezing, stay there through tomorrow night. So this is not a snow event. It's just going to happen and melt away quickly. That snow is going to be on the ground for a while.
Yeah, I think so. And I'm just noticing off the corner here, the Weather Service, they are looking at an ice potential south of I-85 in US 80 of about 1/10 of an inch of ice. So we're going to be looking at some travel issues in South Alabama, Dothan, Enterprise, Troy, all the way down to the Florida Panhandle. Keep that in mind. Travel problems tomorrow in those areas. Again, kind of revisit what Wes said, that 1.2 for Birmingham. I think the European model's probably overdoing that. This is model madness, as you said a little bit ago. GFS here is going about 1 inch. Let me explain here these different models. 1 inch of snow there on the European and the GFS. Those are global models. Those work a little bit different. They're hydrostatic models, so they're going to see things a little bit closer than the mesoscale models. There's going to be a little conflict between what the mesoscale models, the RPM and the NAM, are seeing. But again, I think the 1 inch of snowfall for Birmingham would be unlikely. I think it would be areas south.
Yeah, a little broader depiction of what we're seeing. Yeah, with the 1 inch. The higher resolution model is a little more on the mark, I think.
And it's going to be cold tomorrow. Temperatures in the upper 20s and off and on snowfall all day long. There's a look at our high temps. 33 for Tuscaloosa, 30 for Gadsden, and 33 in Clanton.
Wow. Winter mess.
Yeah, you know what we like to do here? This is kind of pulling the curtain back and talking about what we're seeing here in the office, and of course later today on Fox 6 News and on our weather blog, we'll have some additional weather information.
And looking forward to those pics. All of our friends to the south, send those snow pics tomorrow. PIX at WBRC.com.
We'll see you later.